Alrighty, off you go.
Yes, and we're going through frost hardy succulents. So we had a question on that. These are just some of the ones that we've picked out and we have found to be quite good in this area in Mudgee. So we've had up to about -7 before, and we've found a lot of these to handle it quite well. So we'll just go through some of them. So you've got your green jelly beans, sedum, green jelly beans there. Always a tough one. It can handle a lot of different conditions there. The blue one is really good as well. Pink does quite well also, but it probably needs more protection in the summer. It tends to cook quite easily, especially in the afternoon sun. So you've got your Sedivaria Starburst. I think it's also called Francesco Boldii. I'm sure someone will correct me there, but yeah, always a tough succulent, that one though. Yeah, it's probably one of the most common succulents besides the jelly beans. Probably one of the most common ones that people have in their gardens. But it is such a fantastic plant to have. The different colors, you get a bit of blue in it. Then this time of the year, you're starting to get more of that pink sort of tinge to it. So definitely, even though it's very common, definitely I would whack that in your garden. It just kind of takes over. It's a beautiful ground cover. Highly recommend it. So, and mixed with a bit of pink, green jelly beans, even throwing a bit of blue or pink in, does quite well too. So you've also got your Senecio mandraliscae, so commonly known as your blue chalk sticks. Great plant, landscape plant, tough, can tolerate really hot temperatures as well, but does really well also in the frosts as well. You've also got your Crassula campfire. We've found it to do quite well in the cold conditions. Then you've also got your, this is probably one of the most common ones too, is your Crassula tetragona. So, yep, very hardy plant, especially in the frost, does quite well. We've got some Benimusume, so Echeveria agavoides Benimusume growing and showing good signs at the moment. I mean, we've only had, what, -3 so far, and they're still looking good.
Sorry, they're not normally spotty. This is...
No, that's just, yeah, that marking there is just mancozeb. So it's just a fungicide as a preventative for powdery mildew and also black spot. Then you've also got your Sedum Adolphi, great plant, tough as well. Even loves the summer sun too. Can tolerate quite well. Sempervivums, great plants. They can even, I've read a lot that they can even grow in snowy conditions. Well, not necessarily grow, but can tolerate snowy conditions. This time of the year they're dormant, so they're not going to do a lot. So I suppose, if you're dormant, then you tend to survive it a lot more. But definitely great plants to have as well. They're quite prolific as they pop like that, as you can see. So I'd highly recommend. Beautiful different colors out there, different types. So definitely give that a go if you haven't thought about Sempervivums. You've got Aeonium tricolor. Does really well also known as kiwi. We found it to be a really good grower. Some cacti here. If you love your cacti, you've got elongata and also gracilis. They grow quite well also. You've got your Pelva Nürnberg. So if you love your Echeveria, tough plant. We've got some growing in a garden and we've had -7 before and still looking really good. Another quite a common one here is your Graptophytum supreme. Great plant, love that pastel color. And it's just beautiful out in the garden as well. Probably not a lot of people will even think about this one, but Sedivaria malin. So we've had this actually growing in a couple of areas here just as a trial, and it has performed really well, especially in the frost, but also in the summer sun too. So great plant to have. Shows some beautiful green colors through it. Also the edges, you get some nice yellowy orange tips as well on that. So definitely recommend that one there. Oops, sorry. Then you've also got your Crassulum scosa. Tough plant, that one, and it can almost grow anywhere. So if you like something unusual, give that plant a go.
Reminds me of seaweed, that one.
Yeah, it does. Get some really beautiful, they're only tiny little yellow flowers on it as well. So it is a really beautiful plant. Great little ground cover. So yeah, this is just some of them. I think I've got them all.
This one?
From what I can see, yeah. So that's your, looks like very similar to your Sedivaria starburst, but it would be, I think it's
Frostbite.
Patchophytum frostbite, that one there. So yeah, tough plant as well, grows quite well in the cold conditions, showing some beautiful pink colors there as well. So yeah, definitely give some of these varieties a go if you haven't already. A lot of them are very, a lot of people, you'll see them in their gardens and they perform quite well for quite a common plant, I suppose you could call them. But yeah, definitely give them a go. Also, just keep, if you're unsure on some of your plants, always best to be safe with using frost cloth as well. It works quite well to get them through, especially if they're in the garden. Ones that really will struggle is your Crassula ovatas, so your large leaf jades. We had some, I don't even think it got that cold last winter because it was quite a wet season, and all that happened to them was the leaves just fell off from frost, and then spring came and they just reshot and came back. So, but generally they really struggle. So like your bluebird as well, Hummer Sunset. So they're ones that kind of do struggle with a frost, but they're quite tough. They will spring back in spring. Sorry, pretty poor there. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, yeah. Get some frost cloth. It's a great little investment there to have around in your yard, in your shed or in your garage. Give us some sea salt or some other seaweed solution. That's fantastic with toughening the plants, whether it's now this time of the year with your battling frost or maybe a bit of snow, but also in your summer seasons as well. Liquid fertilizer is fine, especially for the ones that are growing. So your crassulas are growing at the moment, Senecio too, Aeonium. I think that's all as well. You might have your Graptophytum as well, and Sedivaria too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so yeah, definitely give them a go. Beautiful colours here, even ones that you quite often see. That's all I can say really. Great plants, give them a go. Keep liking, subscribing to our channel, hit the notification button for any future videos that you like to be reminded of when we upload them or post them. Have a great week, and as always, catch you the next Tip Tuesday. See yous.